All right, so for the first game of the season, I am going to do our typical play the moments. And, you know, I'm probably only going to go for another, I don't know, 30 more minutes here. So for the rest of this stream, I'll just do my typical play the moments. Zeke signed with the Steelers team, by the way, as if their running game wasn't good enough. But yeah, for the rest of the stream, I'll do our typical play the moments. But starting with our next stream, I'm not going to play every game like I do this series. Okay, defense needs help. Right back where we left off. 2nd and 4. I think Rosen absolutely is a chance, especially in San Francisco. Like, if Kyle Shanahan can get to him, Kyle Shanahan made Kirk Cousins. Like, I think he could totally work with Rosen. Oh, let's go! Coleman stepping in. Oh, jeez. Zeke. Is he wearing the Bus's number? What a play from Coleman stepping in for the injured Bagley. That linebacker depth that we always talk about stepping in. Wow. Let's go. It's definitely on my radar, drip riding. I got to do that, and my team needs videos. Those will definitely be coming here. I got to put that up on my to-do list. Punt it away. Any NFL players I dislike? Very few that I like truly dislike. Zeke is definitely on there. Jeez, this pass rush. Oh, get the ball! Damn it. Is Baker my worst draft take ever? Yeah, probably. Probably considering, you know, Herbert was bad, but at least, like, my evaluation on Herbert, like, what ended up happening was in the realm of possibilities. Like, I definitely admitted, like, his upside's awesome and it could work out. Oh, geez. With Baker, I missed. Like, I did not think Baker had a good arm at Oklahoma. And the second he came out against the Jets that opening night, I was like, fuck. I was so wrong. And I said it that night. I was like, yeah, I think I missed. I think I was completely off in his arm talent, which is the biggest. Like, I liked his accuracy. I liked his pocket presence. I liked his processing and all that. But my thing with him was I just didn't think he had a strong arm. I thought he was Case Keenum with a slightly stronger arm, and God, I was wrong. Let's go. So I would say, oh goodness, I would say that's fair. Oh, shit. This is why we paid the man. This is why we paid the man. Kyle Jacobs, baby. Yeah, I gave Denzel Ward a D because I thought the world of Bradley Chubb. And I didn't think you take corners that high. Oh. It's not because I didn't like Ward as a player. I just didn't see the positional value. To be fair, I'm still not entirely sure who they'd be better off with, Chubb or Ward. It's not like their pass defense has been all that good. Why am I going? Oh, yeah, I'm going for this because I don't want to let them win with their... Let's go! This is why we went for it. Ended up being a good decision to go for it there. I'm excited for like 3 years from now when my 2017 draft is way in the past, because I think I've come, and those that have been around, I think would agree that I've come a very long way as a talent evaluator, as an analyst, and I was very much in the trying to be loud and I don't think I was ever a hot take artist, but I went the extra mile, I think, with the Baker hate. All right, a 1-0 start. I like it. So Nick Ruiz is going to get the bag this year. Holton Hill going to get the bag. Hollins is going to be interesting. We'll have to wait and see how he performs. He's currently injured, but not too bad as far as expiring contracts. Who do I think is the most overrated player in the NFL other than Tom Brady? Oh, we were all over him. Oh, good move, Peterson. That's why we're starting you, dude. Right next to Collins there. No, Lamar is definitely up there, because people still hold him to the MVP pedestal, and he's just not that level of player. Let's go, Gary. Good D so far. Both games. Ooh, Jacobs wanted to freaking break that off. Most underrated player in the NFL? Based on the reaction to Carson Wentz, it actually might be Carson Wentz. Because I've seen the most outrageous... Like, Bears fans saying they'd rather have anything other than Carson Wentz at quarterback. Like, oh yeah, you want Mitchell Trubisky back? You want to start Nick Foles again? Like... Not that he's, like, amazing or anything, but... Like, I realize he played like crap last year. But people are treating him like he's a non-starter or something. Oh, I wanted you to break that juke. Come on, little Jordan Humphrey. Give us a good lead block here. Oh, Kyle Jacobs. I don't think he got it. Nice little comebacker. NFL franchise I am least invested in. Oh, jeez. That's an interesting question. Probably the Lions. It's hard to answer because I watched every game every team played. So I'm technically equally invested in every team, but the team that I spend the least time thinking about is probably the Lions. Ooh, okay. Oh, that was too freaking easy. You knew Damian Johnson was going to roast anybody on that route right there. Let's go. I have a question for you guys, chat. Is it possible that Tom Brady is both the GOAT and the most overrated player in the NFL? Is that something we could consider? Well, then there you go. Oh, man. I think I'm just going to go for it because a field goal still makes it a 3-score game. It doesn't really do anything for us. Oh, shoot. That one was on me. I thought he was running a seam. Griffin got us back for getting beat for the touchdown earlier. I thought Jacobs was running a seam. He was wide open, and then he broke on that out route. Miscommunication, pick 6. we'll chalk it up to that. Let's rack in another Damian Johnson touchdown real quick. Great pass protection. That was payback for me saying I was least invested in the Lions. Yeah, probably. What's the best man scheme? I guess I'd go Belichick. There's not a lot of man schemes in the league. That's the thing. League average is like 71% zone coverage or something. No, Bills, Washington, Dallas, those aren't man schemes. Those are more, Washington and Buffalo are more cover 4, match 3. The only teams that were true man coverage schemes were like Houston, Miami, Detroit. Even Tennessee backed off of the man coverage this year with how bad their secondary was. And Detroit is not going to be that anymore. New England, obviously. Kansas City runs a decent amount of man. But the Giants actually, believe it or not, they run the Belichick front from a 3-4 perspective, but they ran, I think, more cover 3 than anyone in the NFL last year. Let me pull up my chart. Because that, when they signed Bradbury, I was like, oh, also our music stopped. Let's get some bangers playing here. Let me know if that's too loud. But, yeah, when they signed Bradbury, I was like, why? He's not a man cover corner. And if they're running the Belichick defense, that doesn't make sense. But they ran, let's see. They were 4th in the league in cover 3. Highest man teams were Detroit, Philly, Arizona, Cincinnati, Miami. Jacksonville actually ran a lot of man. That's surprising. Baltimore. Baltimore's got a good man coverage scheme because they're so aggressive. I might even say Baltimore because they like to man you up. I mean, Baltimore ran 13% cover 0. I mean, that's crazy. Once every 8 or 9 plays, they're bringing the house, just saying 5-on-5. Everyone else is coming. That's crazy. Do I dislike Brady? I respect the hell out of Tom Brady. I just don't think he's the best quarterback to ever play. At no point in Tom Brady's career was I like, oh my god, this guy's fucking unstoppable. Like, how do you beat Tom Brady? It's just that he's on these incredible teams. He's remarkably consistent. His work ethic's incredible. Best QB to ever play is either that guy right there or Patrick Mahomes. Pick your poison. But they're both of those guys are better quarterbacks than Tom Brady. They don't have the long-term accomplishments and the success, but it's like is Frank Gore the best running back ever? No. Tom Brady's a better quarterback than Frank Gore was ever a running back, but it's kind of my point. Like, you respect the hell out of Frank Gore's ability to do things that other running back, like, no running back has been able to take care of the body he has, take that attention to his body and do that. I think it's incredible. I respect the hell out of Tom Brady. He might be the hardest worker, like, especially in the NFL, but like maybe of all sports. He might be the hardest worker of any sport. And his obsession to winning, like taking pay cuts, leaving teams to go play for better teams. Okay, I'm going for it. Oh, Luke Burrell! Let's go! Top 5 cornerbacks this year, as in for next season or from last year? Luke Burrell deserved that touchdown. From last year, Jair was 1. I talked about that on a podcast at some point about how he, or maybe it was just a tweet, I don't know. But Jair was definitely the closest thing to like a shutdown corner this year. Just if you look at the targets and like how few yards he allowed, how few catches. And then I would say Jalen Ramsey. You know what? I would actually say just from last year, I'm fine saying that Xavier Howard had a better year than Ramsey. I'm all right with that. Oh, he broke off. Oh, okay, Rosen. That was a touchdown if I hung in there for just a second. So I'll go Howard 2, Ramsey 3. Do I still believe in Jake Fromm? Yeah, sure, why not? He could be, I don't know, Teddy Bridgewater. I compared Fromm to Jimmy G. Yeah, I think, you know, that could be his ceiling. I mean, he's just one of those quarterbacks like Tom Brady. Like, he's you never want to say that. But it's, you know, that's the point. Like, no one's going to be, he's not going to go be Tom Brady, but if he works his absolute ass off and studies incredibly well and takes care of his body and improves himself physically like Brady did, like, he can go from a guy that lacks physical talent, oh, Schwartz, I need that, to a guy that wins with between the margins. It's not that it's likely, but I do believe he has the football character to do that. God, how have they still not fixed this linebacker D-line bug? Oh, what? How long have I been doing this full time? I would say the full time on the channel, I would say started about 400 days ago. I would say is about where I hit that point of full-time YouTube. Oh man, great blocking. Wow. Destroy him, Gary. Yeah! Woo! No, not really groceries. It's just nice to be able to focus on it. Be all in, you know. You agree with my Giants grade on taking Saquon? Yeah, I mean, didn't I say Saquon's probably the highest grade I'll ever give a prospect, but that I hate the pick? See, Spencer, I don't even like the GOAT conversation. I think it's dumb. Like, if the general consensus, it's such an objective or a subjective narrative. If the general agreement is that the GOAT is the most accomplished player in the history of sports, then yes, it's obviously Tom Brady. It was before this season. It was like 3 years ago. But if you want me to sit here and just drool over Tom Brady's 7 rings when it's a team sport, and he's literally, after the Super Bowl yesterday, now in 23 of his 44, 23 out of 45, which is more than half of his playoff games, his opponents have been held to under 20 points. Do you realize how fucking crazy that is? Under 20 points, or 20 or fewer points in more than half of his playoff starts. That has absolutely nothing to do with Tom Brady. To put that in contrast to Aaron Rodgers, who has a better playoff quarterback rating, better points per game in the playoffs, all-time highest graded playoff quarterback per PFF, Aaron Rodgers. To put that in contrast, Aaron Rodgers' opponents have scored 20 or less points in, what did I tweet the other day? It was 7 out of 22 games. Maybe it was less than that. I'd have to go look. Oh, okay, Jacobs. Rodgers has never, I think it was 5 times? 5 times. It's 5 times. 5 out of 22 starts for Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers is undefeated in those games. Aaron Rodgers has never scored under 20 points in a playoff game in his career. Tom Brady's done it twice. Tom Brady's defense has given up over 37 points 3 times in 45 games. 3 out of 45 games, his defense has given up 37 or more points. And Aaron Rodgers, in half as many games, 22 games, his defense has given up 37 or more points 7 times? I think that's where the 7 was. 37 points in 7 playoff starts for Aaron Rodgers. And there's nothing more crazy than what we're fucking seeing on social media right now. Look up anything about Patrick Mahomes' game. It's, oh my God, the O-line didn't block. Oh my God, the receivers didn't give him any help. Oh my God, like he didn't have any chance, which I agree. But when you compare it to Aaron Rodgers' game, where he played so much better than Patrick Mahomes did, so much better, that is indisputable. Aaron Rodgers was also running for his life the entire game, and his receivers didn't do him any favors. I just think that there couldn't be any... Oh, whoa. What a play by Brayton to get us off of the Aaron Rodgers rant. But you get the point. I don't know how you can say that, Canadian Kavar. 22 points is a pretty damn big sample size for him to never go under 20 points. I mean, he's literally the highest graded playoff quarterback of all time. Aaron Rodgers is. I don't know what your evidence for saying that he would. Sure, eventually he would, but he hasn't done it yet. I mean, you combine the fact that he is the highest graded quarterback per PFF. He is third in all-time quarterback rating, but he's number one if you take, I think, 10 games or more. He's number one because you got like Nick Foles and Mahomes are higher, but I don't think those guys have played 10 games yet. So if you take 10 games or more, he's the highest quarterback rating ever. And then 7 of his playoff losses, 5 of them, his defense gave up 37 or more points. So think about that for a second. 5 out of his 10 playoff years, or 11, or whatever, how many playoff years it is, 5, like 50% of the time when he gets eliminated, his defense is giving up 37 plus points. Just let that sit for a second. And then add 2 more of those, the game goes to overtime, and he loses the coin toss and never gets to see the ball. That is well over half of his trips to the playoffs that were taken out of his hands, quite literally. All right, we're gonna play one more. No more Rodgers Brady talk. Win in regulation. God, you want me to block you? Like,